Welcome back for another great sports review for the Sega Master System. Today we're going to play Great Baseball. Once again, it's not great. In fact, it's pretty bad. But at least it's better than Great Football. You actually do get to play an entire game, and you get to play both offense and defense. Let's take a look at the title screen. Looks nice. Sounds okay. Fairly impressive visuals for a title screen for an early baseball game. You get to play one or two players, I don't know what the levels do, and home run contest is swinging at 20 perfect pitches and seeing how many home runs you can make. Whatever. I'm going to play as Boston, and the computer automatically selected Baltimore. I don't know why. It did it every time. I'm going to go for a left-handed pitcher, because I'm left-handed, even though I don't play baseball. Can't throw for shit. Left-handed pitcher with a good fastball and some stamina to him. Can't ask for much more than that in the major leagues. Right off, it throws us into the game. I'm batting poorly. And I realize at this point that when you let go of the button when you swing, your player stops swinging. So I guess that's how you bunt. So I'm going to try it. Well, that didn't work. Turns out, though, that's the most reliable way to get on base. It's difficult to tell where the ball's going. It's difficult to tell what's going to be a ball or a strike. I think I only saw one ball in this game. There was a fairly uneventful half of the inning. But we're just getting started, right? No, the whole game is pretty uneventful. Not a whole lot interesting happens. So here I'm trying out pitching for the first time. Throwing the ball, guy's not hitting it. Pretty simple. That's generally how the pitching in this game works. You hit the button, your pitcher throws the ball, and generally you strike them out. If they hit the ball, it's usually foul. If it's not, and they actually get it in play, your fielders will automatically go after it, very slowly, but most of the time they'll catch it, and the batter will be out. As you can probably guess, that doesn't make for a very interesting video game. This game looks pretty good. It's got nice graphics. It came out in 1987. What more can you ask for? But not much to it. There's the scoreboard showing that absolutely nothing has happened in the first inning. But now, what the hell was that? Sounds like somebody goosed the umpire. Obviously he was calling a foul ball, but that's not what it sounds like to me, and I find it highly amusing. The first meaningful hit of the game is a home run, and luckily I was the one who made it. We get to watch the guy trudge slowly around the bases, while the crowd goes nuts and sounds like a jet engine. The rest of this inning goes pretty uneventfully. That sucked. And due to the poor controls, it happens fairly often. You pop it up right in the infield and somebody just grabs it. I run a base hit here for the first time. I decide to go for two. Why not? There we go. Double. I think that's actually the only time that happened in this game, too. Pretty boring. I got a lot of footage of this game to show you. And I'm sorry, but just to show how bad it is, it's kind of necessary. That never gets old. And the crowd loves it too. Now don't worry, I will start to skip around a lot more pretty soon, just to spare you the agonizing boringness of this game. But this is a little bit difficult for me to record because right now I can't hear the audio from the game. I tried recording it with my headphones on, but for some reason this software won't let me mute the microphone input in the headphones, and it's delayed. So I hear myself saying what I just said half a second ago, constantly. It's very distracting. Can't get used to it. But right about now, I start to realize all that I have to do to strike out a batter is press the A button. Ah! Ah! Whatever. Strike out! Yeah, this game is just generally not that fun to play. I found it boring the whole way through. Oh. Oh. So yeah, it is possible to get hit by a pitch in this game. It just kind of happens sometimes. There's really no way to control it. Here's where I start to skip around. Still not much happening in this game. I'm even having trouble coming up with things to say. It's that boring. Now, they actually got a man on base for the first time in the bottom of the third inning. We'll see how well that works out for them. Oh, strike. And again, all I did was press the A button. Oh. 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 Wow, they've got two men on base. This is starting to look pretty bad for me. Don't worry, I assure you that nothing that interesting will happen. See? Alright, Finch, let's see what you got. And... nope, nothing. End of the inning. It looked like it might start to get interesting, but it didn't. So here's why I decide, let's just bunt. It's the only reliable way to hit the ball. Bunting is actually a little bit difficult to do, though, because you have to hit the button for just a split second and just long enough to get the bat out there to the right position. I had a lot of practice at it because I did it for almost every swing. So now I've got two men on base. I bunt again. Oh, it's ah. But then... Yep. Base is loaded. Something good has got to come of this, right? No, not if I can't bunt properly. And... no. Oh. Double play. That's not the only time that happened to me either throughout the course of this game. But we're halfway through the fourth inning, and still not much has happened. Oh, I skipped their entire half of this inning. Or the fourth inning, rather. Because nothing happened. That's the first time that we heard the safe sound clip, I believe. Oh, man, why am I even reviewing this game? It's so bad, it's not even fun to watch. Apparently that was Well, that was definitely wrong. That's the end of that. And that happened a lot. I'd get men on base, foul balls, then an out. A lot of work for very, very little payoff. And it's about now that I really started to get bored with the game, because there was just not enough depth to make it worth sitting through. You don't have to do any actual fielding work. Once your guys get a hold of the ball, you can have them throw it to whichever base you want. But by the time they get it, the runner's there, man. Look at this. Now they really start to hit the ball. I don't understand why. For some reason, just striking them out every inning, it doesn't happen anymore. I think my pitcher might have started to get worn down. The game wanted me to sub him out. But I didn't remember how at that point, and I was not interested enough to look it up. Why did I leave so much footage here? I can't even make anything up to say about this. I really should have just trimmed it down to the basics. This could have been a 2-minute review. But I'm going to make you sit through the whole thing. Actually, I can't make you sit through the whole thing. A lot of you are probably going to go elsewhere. Now that looked like it should have been foul, but they didn't call it. So whatever. And then the pitcher runs along with somebody else to the first base. I guess it was the first baseman. Oh my god. So bad. And somehow that happened. I really am at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. I got so bored actually playing the game that I decided to amuse myself just throwing the ball around the field. Dum-de-dum-de-doo. Anyhow, this is great baseball for the Sega Master System. It's great. And this game was in a similar position to Great Football, because it came out in 1987, and in 1989 the NES got a great baseball game, Baseball Stars. It wasn't perfect, but it was fun, it was playable, it was so much better than this crap. And then in 2 more years, guess what? Baseball Stars 2 came out, and it was widely considered one of the best baseball games ever made. Now here, Baltimore pulls out some bullshit, scores a home run, and then another run, thus tying up the game and setting us up for extra innings. At this point, I was so pissed off that I had to keep playing the game that I literally just kept hitting the A button until mercifully at the end of the 11th inning, they scored another home run, got 2 runners in, beat my ass 4-2, and I didn't care. That is the hallmark of a truly poor sports title, when at the end of the game, you really don't care that you lost because you just wanted it to be over. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to do Great Golf next, and that's going to be a short-ass review. Bye!